Hey guys, Sak here from SAKITECH, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing 10 hidden features for the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. These features are going to enhance the ownership of your smartphone, so let's dive in and get started right away. Alright, so the very first thing I want to talk about has to do with a keyboard trick. So let me quickly launch a notepad right here. We have a test note right here, couple pieces of text. Now one thing a lot of people do is they like to move the cursor to a specific location. You can move it here if you tap on it. You can move it here if you tap on it. Now sometimes it is not exactly as precise as you would like it to be. In that case, what you can do is you can use this built-in hidden feature that's sitting right here on the keyboard on the space bar. All you do is you press and hold, and that turns this whole area into a trackpad, and now you can see that I can move the cursor exactly where I want it to go, okay? You cannot make a mistake with this method. Again, you can see the cursor is right there. Press and hold. It turns the whole keyboard into a trackpad, and you can move it around as you can see. Let me put it right here. Perfect. So that's number one. Let's move on. Alright, for the next tactic, you can use it anywhere you want, but I'm going to use it in the Notes application. I'm going to show you what this is all about. So I'm going to create a brand new note, and you can see I have a piece of paper in the background here. I'm going to show you why I have that there. So let's say something was written on a piece of paper, anything, and you just wanted to scan that into your actual note. You can easily do that with Samsung phones using the keyboard feature. So look, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to tap right here, okay? The keyboard pops up. Then I tap this again, and what you want to do is you want to look for the extract text feature, which is going to be right here. So you tap on this guy, and actually launches the camera. So I can pick up the phone just like this, okay? I can point it at the text, and I can say, extract text. Once I do that, it takes the photo of what I just was looking at with the camera, and I'm able to paste this, as you can see, right here. So I was able to extract the text from a handwritten note on a piece of paper. You can do it for anything, a book, a whiteboard, in a classroom, whatever, a menu, at a restaurant. It's going to be up to you. Alright, so the next feature has to do with something known as window pinning. This is an incredible feature. First, you have to activate it, so let me show you how to activate that. So go to the settings, and then scroll down to security, which is going to be right here, security and privacy, and then scroll down a little bit more and go into other security settings. Now all the way at the bottom, you're going to see Pin App option. So what you want to do is you want to enable this. Now once you enable this, you can go inside, you can get a quick tutorial. But let me show you what this one is all about. So let's say you're about to give your phone to a friend, and you want them to look at a particular app, and what usually friends do is they exit that application and go to other places that they're not supposed to do. So before handing your phone over to your friend, you bring up the app that you want him to see and interact with. Let's just say it's going to be the Samsung Notes application. You tap over here, and once you enable the option to pin an application, you're going to see this option that says pin this app. So you click on it, and now this app is in fact pinned to the screen, and to unpin this application, you have to swipe up and hold, okay? So now, for example, your friend cannot exit this application. He cannot go up. You can see I am unable to access anything else other than the app that he's supposed to work on. Now he can try to unpin this application by pushing this up and holding it, but that's not going to work because it's going to ask you to put your PIN number or your fingerprint to actually unlock that application. Once it is unlocked, then you can escape from that application. But when you give it to your friend, you can pin it and make sure he or she is restricted to that application only, and they're unable to exit unless they know the PIN number or you put your fingerprint, as you can see. Okay? Fantastic little feature. Now, one more thing you can do with your phone is you can actually see the exact refresh rate of the screen right on the screen. So what you would do to enable this feature, first, you have to activate a hidden menu. So what you do is you go to the settings, and then you go all the way down, you go to About Phone. Now this is the settings you are going to enable. You're not going to see it right away. You have to activate it. So go to About Phone, tap on Software Information, and then tap on the build number 7 times until that menu activates. You get a pop-up at the bottom that tells you it has happened. Then when you go out, it's going to be right here under developer options. You click on it and you scroll down just a little bit. All right, just a couple cards down here. It's going to say show refresh rate. So when you enable this, now you can see the actual refresh rate of your phone. Right now it is 120. When you tap it, it becomes 120. Okay. In the lock screen it's 96 and 24. So when you're not using the phone, it drops down to 24 to save you battery life. But when you are using the phone to get you that smooth scrolling, it stays at 120. But just to give you an example, if I go to settings and go to display, let me turn this off for a second. All right. And if you scroll down just a little bit, actually no need to scroll down, right here, motion smoothness. If I go from adaptive to standard, you can see it is going to switch to 60 Hertz, okay? And when I don't touch it, back to 24. So, but when you are using the phone, you're going to get the set refresh rate. So I'm going to go back to the adaptive for 120, and you can see as I use it, it shows 120. When I stop using the screen, it drops to 24 to save you battery. And again, if you want to cancel this feature, you go back into the developer settings. Let's go back here at the bottom. Scroll down just a little bit. It's going to be right here, show refresh rate. You just disable it. Okay, great little feature to play with your phone. Now, one more thing I want to show you guys in relation to the keyboard. A couple things actually. Is if you go into the, let me go back to the notes application over here. Okay, here we have a note, and I showed you guys how you can do some precision cursor control with the space bar, but you can also do this. When you tap this button here, you actually get access to a bunch of applications, and there's some incredible options in here. One of them, if I swipe all the way over, is known as the text editing feature. When you click this, you actually get a little joystick here that you can control to put the cursor anywhere and also do some precision edits like this. So let's say I want to remove this from this sentence. I can tap on select, then I can tap on the arrow. It's going to start to select that word, okay? And then I can cut that portion out. And of course I can go back down here, right here, and paste it also if I wanted to. But this cursor control allows you to do some precision edits using an actual joystick or the actual keyboard. Okay, again, you select, if you want to select something, you tap on select, and I can select just a portion of that text and then cut it out and make my modifications that way precisely. All right, the next hidden feature, you go to the settings, okay, you scroll down, you look for general management, you tap on it, and then you go to Samsung keyboard settings, you tap on this as well, and then if you scroll down just a little bit, you can see you can tap on this high contrast keyboard option. You can tap it and tap it again. Now you can actually change the color of your keyboard to any one of these four options available under the high contrast keyboard. I can tap this guy, tap this guy, tap this guy. Okay, that's one thing you can do. And related feature, since we're already in the menu, is the theme feature. So I can tap on this one and I can actually have a lighter theme, as you can see. A solid light theme, a dark theme, a solid dark theme, or a color palette theme, as you can see. So you can modify your keyboard. It's something you use all the time, and you can make it look a certain way using the standard built-in features in the phone itself. Additionally, what you want to do is you also want to change the layout of the keyboard. Tap on this guy and look at this. I can actually hide the number keys, as you can see. Some people don't like these number keys. If you hide them, you can access them from here, okay? It takes less space on the screen. Now, I like them, so that's fine. You can even add alternative characters if that's what you want, okay? So you can see the keyboard changes a little bit to show you what's going to be available with this key if you press this button, okay? So it just gives you a quick glance. So that's great. Now, if you go back, you can also change the size and transparency. So look at this. Here's my keyboard. For some people, it's too big or too small. You can just change the size as you please to make it easier to type as you please. So I can make it much smaller or much bigger. And I can even move it to one side. If you're always using your phone with one hand, you can use the one-handed keyboard mode And again, you can put it on the left or right. It's going to be up to you. I prefer to have the full screen, but have it a little bit smaller so I can see more of the content and less of the keyboard. Fantastic feature. If you want to reset it back to what it was before you made the modifications, tap on reset, goes back to normal, tap on done, and you're good to go. Alright, so that brings us to the end of this video. Any questions, comments, or concerns, drop them down below. Let me know. For now, guys, have a fantastic day.